Hi everyone, this is the second video for the unit 4.2 about promote autonomy to handle food. When we talk about personal autonomy, we understand that is the ability to perform the tasks of daily life independently, what we call independence. But the concept of autonomy also includes the self-determination, that is the ability to make your own decisions. For example, deciding what I want to eat and being able to eat it. Feeding is a voluntary process which requires a certain degree of autonomy in order to be carried out. Understanding autonomy as the sum of these two concepts, we see that in people with acquired disabilities, the loss of autonomy impacts on the quality of feeding. Whether it's difficulties deciding or planning the menu, which would be examples of self-determination, or difficulties with handling cutlery or cooking food, lack of independence. Feeding includes acquiring food, preserving it until it is prepared, how we eat, that is, the eating habits. The loss of autonomy can affect one or more of these points, and this can result in a demotivation, loss of appetite, frustration, less pleasure when eating, which ends in a decrease in the patient's quality of life through poor nutrition. And what barriers does the patient with acquired disabilities found when trying to regain autonomy? The lack of experiences to learn new food skills, the limitations of disability, and the limitations of overprotection of the patient by the people around him. Detecting these limitations can help initiate a process of adapting the patient environment, the diet, and healthcare and well-being. The promotion of the autonomy will help us to avoid situations of dependence, minimize its effects, and slow down its progression. Patients should have a support plan adapted to their learning times. Each individual will achieve a different level of autonomy, so it's necessary. It's also necessary to know and meet the support needs of the patient and adapt the environment as necessary to encourage him to decide and do the tasks for himself as much as possible. How can we promote patient autonomy? We can do this through strategies for the prevention of dependence, and we can also work providing the necessary support, always individualizing the patient support plan. Let's take a closer look at them. The strategies aim at preventing or minimizing situations of dependence have the objective of training the person and people in their close environment to recognize and avoid risk factors that affect personal autonomy. These strategies can be given at 3 levels. Let's see them with concrete examples on food. At the level of primary prevention, aim at preventing the emergence of new situations of dependence. For example, we have promoting a healthy lifestyle with adequate diet and exercise, political and legal aspects at the community level. At the secondary level, we have the strategies intended to detect warning signs, for example, monitoring intakes, monitoring the nutritional state of the patient. At the tertiary level, we have those strategies aimed at preventing the consequences of existing dependence from being greater. For example, eliminating the barriers that the patient has in the diet.